will be here to support you. I will grow you. I will do everything in my power to make you a better employee and to support you in your journey. But being that be said, I'm not afraid about having hard conversations. I will be honest, and all I ask is that you're open to feedback and to coaching. And I always take everything with good intent. I will listen. I hear all sides. I've heard so much since I've gotten here. Great things about every single one of you. We just have some areas of opportunity, and that's where we're going to focus going through the next couple of months. My expectations for everybody in this room, that includes my leadership team, respect for residents and peers. Every person in this building, a resident, a family member, a coworker, deserves to be treated with dignity and kindness. This is non-negotiable to me. How we speak to people, how we enter a room, and how we respond when we're tired, it all matters. We all get tired. I understand that healthcare is exhausting, and I want to make sure that you guys are taking the breaks that you need. I 100% appreciate all the shifts that everybody's picked up over the last month to 2 months. We are actively looking. There is a great sign-on. I think if somebody comes on as a full-time employee, it's $500 in your pocket if they're here 90 days and you're still here. So there is good incentives to have individuals come work for us. Follow all policies and procedures. Our policies exist to protect not only the residents, they protect you, and they protect us as a team as a whole. When you're unsure, please ask. When something doesn't seem right, speak up. We'd rather answer a question than deal with a preventable situation. So please speak up. Reach out to your direct manager, either be Matt, Kayla, or Randy, depending on who you report to. That's really important. Jeanette, Jeanette just stepped into a new role. She will be, with my guidance, I'm trying to get the schedule under control, trying to stop the bleeding heart of overtime, getting the staff, everything else. But eventually, it will be taken over by Jeanette completely, but I'll have it in a good shape when she does it. Jeanette is the go-to person for a lot of things. So if you have a question or need a coaching, or you don't understand how something's supposed to work, or there's a new task, or those types of things. And earlier today, the individual that was involved in it isn't here. It doesn't matter. They came to Kayla about a resident and what next steps. Those are the types of things. If Jeanette is here and you're working, those are the types of things that you can go to Jeanette about and say, instead of running to Kayla all the time, like, Jeanette, hey, I've tried everything. Do you have anything? If she doesn't know, she'll think outside the box and try to help you. If she doesn't know, then she can go to Kayla. We're just trying to let Kayla take care of residents and get her assessments done, and so that we're caring for them and doing the things we need to. Jeanette will also own any of the call-off policy. If you're unable to make your shift, you're expected to call. I don't allow text. I want to hear your voice, and I feel that they should hear your voice. With this day and age, it could be anybody that's texting for you or about you, and I just want to call. It needs to be done at least 4 hours before your scheduled start time. This gives us time to ensure that our residents are cared for. Repeated call-offs without proper notice will be addressed on an individual basis. And we all know about the point system, correct? Okay. Any questions so far? I've sped it along. Professionalism and communication. Please be present, punctual, and engaged. When you have a concern, bring it to your supervisor directly, not to your peers or your residents. We handle things professionally and with respect. I will tell you, I don't tolerate drama, and I don't tolerate gossip. I have heard there's been some pretty nasty text messages that have gone out between peers. Guys, we're professionals. We're taking care of adults. We are all adults. We're taking care of adults. We are in their home. And if you're having an issue, don't get the whole building involved, because I'm going to hear about it. And if it gets back to me, then it will be a write-up, because I don't play the games. And I'm setting that straight with everybody in this room right now. Okay? What you do outside this door, as long as it's not illegal, I don't need to know about it, and our peers don't need to know about it. Like, right? Yes, I think that we're all family, and it's great to talk about, and you'll hear me talk. I have 7 grandkids, and I have 3 adult children, and I'm very active in the community, and I'll talk about different things that I do and stuff like that. But I'm not coming to you to spill my gossip about somebody else, okay? And I don't appreciate that, and it just makes a toxic environment, and I don't really want to have to talk about it anymore. I just need it to stop, because people are going to stop wanting to come and work, and there's a lot of great people that work here, and I understand that we're close and we want to know, but it needs to stop. And if I ever hear it and you see me, I might go like this, because I'm done. I've done that to an employee already. I'm like, zip it. I don't want it. Okay? Because what happens is, you could be having a conversation, and then a family member walks in and you don't see it. Now you just were talking about somebody, and then this family member only hears part of it, guys. And then now it's out, and then maybe they don't hear all of it, and then they spread it to somebody, and then it gets around, and then now next thing we know, we have bad employees that work here. Then people don't want to bring their people to us. And we are number 1 in Carroll, Iowa for assisted living, and I'd like to keep that ranking. Okay, we are preferred. We are the preferred place. That's why we are full. Any questions, concerns about that? Any leadership? Any questions, concerns? Okay. Teamwork and accountability. We are only as strong as our team is. If you see something that needs to be done, do it. Don't wait to be asked. Own your role and support your teammates. So there are times when things that we see, don't walk by just because it's not on some tablet. If you see it, it needs to be done, pick it up and do it. If you have a better way, too, bring it to Kayla, and then Kayla can bring it to me, and Kayla will be like, hey, the team all thinks that this would work better with XYZ. I'm willing to try it. I don't have a problem with that. I will try it. Okay? Resident-centered care. Every decision starts with this question. Is this in the best interest of our resident? And that's what our thought pattern. When we go to do something, are we doing it in the best interest of the resident? Not in the best interest of Addington, Place of Carroll, but in the best interest of the resident. Their dignity, comfort, and safety comes first always. And I will tell you, I'm a type of person, if you make a decision and you're in that situation, say Kayla's not available, Jeanette's not available, Sarah, whoever's not available, I'm not here, and you can come to me and be, Sherry, I made this decision because this is what happened, and this is the knowledge I had, and this is the decision I do. I will back you all day long. If I come to you and say, hey, why did this happen? And you're like, I don't know. I can't go to my leaders and say, well, Sarah didn't know. That doesn't sound very good. It looks like she doesn't know what she's doing. Then they're going to be like, Sherry, why are you not coaching? And then I'm going to have a coaching situation with Sarah. So, like I said, I will back you. If you do something, you make a decision, and you have the reasoning, and you can lay it out to me, I will back you 100% of the time. And I'll go to Kayla, and I'll be like, Kayla, this is what happened. This is what they knew. Now, don't be surprised if I give you feedback and say, hey, you know, that was great in that situation, but could we have done this? Or here's another tool for your tool belt, so that way you can have that for the next time that a situation comes about. Confidentiality, residence information, family conversation, and staff matters are private. Whatever happens here stays here. This is both a legal and an ethical responsibility by each and every one of us. So, which is really hard. We live in a very small community, and we can go to the store and you walk in and somebody says hi to you. I say hi back. If they stop me and talk to me, I'll have a conversation with them, if they're a family member. But if they're not a family member, I'm just going to keep on walking. And usually my husband will say, you can't tell me who that is, can you? And I'll be like, no, I can't. Sorry. You know, that type of thing. So just make sure that if you're out and about and people talk to you, it's okay to talk to them. Don't have a conversation about mom or dad in the grocery store with them. Have just a general conversation, because I don't want anything to come back beyond that you said something, and then, you know, there's people in the aisle and then they're upset, that type of thing. So just kind of remember that confidentiality all the time. Any questions in regards to that, guys? And you can tell I spent 4 years in the South. Sorry, my accent comes out sometimes. Continuous learning. Attend trainings, ask questions, be open to feedback. We are a community, and we are committed to growing you as an individual. And we ask the same, that you make the commitment from you to also be willing to grow. If you're not willing to grow and you love coming to do what you're doing, there's still things that we can learn every day and teach each other. Maybe stepping up and being a coach on the floor, or Kelsey's doing a great job. I'm going to have Kelsey, Shadow. I think that their personalities kind of fit this new person, and I'm going to have Kelsey go ahead and shadow with them, because I think that they're gonna mesh on the floor. So that type of thing. Appearance and dress code. Okay. This one is tough because I understand the shirts are not great. Okay. So I've talked to other leaders. We're gonna come up with some things. If you don't have a blue caregivers, if you don't have a horrible blue polo, please make sure Sarah has one. The only day I will require that you wear that is if I know somebody from corporate's going to be in. So if I know somebody from corporate's coming on Thursday, I'm going to be like, everybody needs to be in uniform. Okay? Uniform for caregivers is that crazy blue polo and a pair of khaki pants. So that being said, I'm just letting you know, I really care that you guys wear slip resistant shoes if possible, or good solid shoes that you're not going to fall with somebody in the shower, you're not falling with somebody transferring in the kitchen. A slip resistant shoe, it gets greasy wet in there. I would really love to see that, just to protect yourself. You guys are required to wear the black shirts and black pants and a hat. Servers, it has been requested by residents why you guys' hair is not up and or in a hat. Matt, if I'm not correct, they don't have to wear a hat. Is that correct, or you're getting the beanies for them?
We can talk about it individually.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll address that when we have the dining hall things. Wearing an apron over your stuff, that just protects your clothing. Is important. If you don't have our lovely blue polo on, I do wish that it would be an Addington shirt. Addington Place t-shirt or something. Okay, if you don't have one, see us. We will figure something out. Figure out how to help you get one. So bathe, clean, those types of things. This is my favorite one of mine, is positive attitude. Challenges will come. How you respond to that challenge really matters. Bringing a solution-focused mindset and support your teammates, especially on really hard days. Guys, we're in caregiving. We have hard days, more hard days than what we maybe have good days, especially sometimes. Last week was a point of that where it was a hard day. What you can expect from me is I will be honest with you, even when I have to have that hard conversation. I will recognize your efforts and celebrate your wins with you. I will give you feedback in a timely, respectful way. I will advocate for you when you need support. I will be available to you. My door is always open, and I will invest in your growth and development. Okay? If we don't have that development right here and you need some other help, guys, I have lots of avenues and I've been in the business for a while, in a lot of businesses, and so I can help with different ways if you're looking for growth or finding out what you like to do. Any questions, concerns about that? Comments? Feedback? I got thick skin.
I just want to, everyone to be sure they're wearing an Addington shirt or a blue polo. Some people come in with like a graphic tee, and I think it's important that we do stop that. So if you guys don't have that, then I can get it.
It's important for the residents to be able to just at a glance see who we are, right? Like that's why they want it. And the president of the company is the one that likes those blue polos. If I can find that polo in a different color in the same price zone, give me a little time under my belt and I will figure that out. But right now that's what we're going with. But if I can find my first priority is because they have to wear the black shirts. That I would like to see if we can find a cheaper black shirt that's nicer for the kitchen first. That'll be my first challenge, and then we'll move into caregivers. All right. One of the things that was brought to my attention, and I don't care who, what, it just needs to stop, is that personal items or personal apps, personal items are getting downloaded on our work electronics. Guys, that's not our stuff. We can't be doing that. Please don't be downloading games or videos or your cameras, whatever they're doing, right? Like, that is a work phone. Treat it like a work phone. We're privileged that we don't have a phone hanging on a wall that you have to run to, that you actually have a phone that you can carry in your pocket and answer, and be at your beck and call if you need to call for help. Sarah, when I started, and remind me, I forgot, I'm putting you on the spot. Walkies, where are we at with that?
Oh yes, we are issuing every single care manager their own walkie. If you do lose it or misplace it, it will be $25 taken out of your paycheck. If your employment ends with us and you don't return it, then $25 will also be taken out. I do have forms in the office. I haven't issued everyone one yet, so if you need one, please come in anytime and I'll
And
get
if
you
you
one.
have it and your name's not on it, please come back and see us. We'll get a label stuck out so we can put your name on it, so that way if you lay it down on the table, you know who's this, who is trying to look at a number. So that being said, we are gonna go to general break times. And okay, I'm gonna back up. A lot of you guys right now are in studying to get your med passing in the classes. I believe that we set a date of Friday that the class needs to be done so we can get people, because then you have to spend time with Kayla doing one portion, and then you get 3 days on the CART training. So what that is going to look like is on the May schedule, as I'm working on it, there will be a MG and a MA. The MG is obviously the gardens, or back here, the glow, excuse me. And what that is going to be is that person will be doing meds for the day, for the back, and then somebody will be doing for the front. That does not mean you don't help answering a call light. That does not mean you don't stop helping out with a resident. If it takes both of you back here, because everybody's med delegated, then it takes both of you to get them done. Okay, back here. In the front, if you're up front and you have two people on that are med delegated, split the hallway, whatever you have to do, but you both will be answering call lights and helping. And you up front, I would love to have help out. Lexi getting laundry done, keeping the laundry going. I mean, she's trying to keep the house clean. So if we can, so you may be asked to do laundry because there's not a lot going up in the AL for the most part. That might change with people that are coming back, but that might change. Might have a little bit extra. With that being said, there will be the person that is MA listed up front, the person that is the med that has a med, because when you get allocated, it's crazy in payroll. We have to have somebody marked as an MA, everybody else is marked as a caregiver. Has nothing to do with your wages. It has nothing else to do with anything other than the way that they code the money that they give us for payroll. So that person will start by coming back here at 9 o'clock in the morning on the 6 to 2s. We'll come back here at 9 o'clock, and they will give the break from 9 to 9:30. The next one will be from 9:30 to 10. The next one will be 10 to 10:30. Then 10:30 to 11. My goal is that if memory needs additional help during meals, that we can send one person back, because there's nothing going on up front during the meal time. But I'm just trying to cover that, like a person float to come back here if we need help with meals, because I know that sometimes we get busy with a resident and one person's trying to get the meals out. But you guys have to use the walkies. You have to communicate when you need help, and it's okay to ask for help. Okay. I don't hear a lot going on in the walkie. I don't have a walkie on my desk. I should have one, but I don't hear a lot going on. But make sure you're communicating. Supper time. They'll start gardens back here at 5:30 to 6, 6 to 6:30, and then The med person can go on lunch. You guys, between the two and AL, will figure out. If I have two med people on up front, med assistants up front, one of you will go at 6:30 to 7, one will go to 7, 7:30. I know we get into pill passing time a little bit, but I think if we have two up front, we can get that worked in there. So, does that make sense? I know supper's a little bit harder, but I really, again, want to ensure that we're in there to either help the kitchen or help back here if they need extra hands on deck in the in dietary during the meals. Okay? Any questions about that? Concerns? Feedback?
I have a question.
Sure.
So when it comes to NARCs, who's gonna be held accountable?
You both will sign off.
We need one more.
So you will sign off.
You have two people passing meds up there. Who's gonna be held accountable if there's a NARC missing?
Well, whoever signed off on it.
Okay.
I prefer one person to do it, but if you got in a crunch and something happened, there's two people. Does that make sense? Maybe I didn't say that correctly. Yes, one person will be assigned as a med passer, but if something happens and we get in a crunch, I would say that if there's a NARC, the person that is assigned to med passing would be the one that can hand off from the NARC. And you guys know who gets NARCs and who doesn't. So, you guys are intelligent. I am not worried about that. Did I miss anything?
Not that I could think of.
Gayla?
NARC count needs to happen.
Oh,
between
sorry.
every shift.
Yeah, yes, so that is something that's been brought to my attention, that we are not having end and beginning of shifts. People are coming in late. I am going to hold you accountable. If you are to be here at 2 o'clock, you should be here by 10 till, so you can start doing your conversation about what has happened.
Yep.
And that way, if I'm naughty and I've been having behaviorals all day, you all can talk about me, and so that you know what I'm doing for the night and what you're walking into. I think it's fair you set your teammate up for success for the next shift. And I don't know and the way I understand it, that communication is not happening. If I have to schedule it to make that communication, I will schedule it that way. I'll have the person come in at 7:15, and our quarter tell you always will come in at 15 minutes before you type your shift, and then you'll leave. You can either leave early if you're like if you're the person going out the door, you can leave early if you guys get done first. But I have had to schedule it in the past, and I'm not afraid to do it again. Because just common courtesy, right? You want to hand it off if you respect. I use this as a fact. I'm leaving my shift and I'm going on vacation and I want to get out of here, and my teammate doesn't come in for an hour because they don't want to come in and they're an hour late, or maybe they have an appointment and they come up late. How would you feel if that was you that was trying to go off and do something? So have respect. And you guys all know what that is. We're adults. We're professionals. Any questions, concerned? The one thing that I do have, this computer will be in. I gotta buy a plug-in because we're out of plugins, or find another plug-in. This is going to be set up for a time clock in the break room. So I don't hear anymore, oh, I didn't punch in because my app did not work. Right here, your app doesn't work, there will be a punch-in time clock. If I continue to see, I was going to bring them. I kid you not, my first payroll, she had a stack of sheets this thick to put in for your missing punches. Not acceptable. We don't make mistakes and not punch in and forget. Sarah goes, Sherry, not all the apps work. Okay, we're going to fix that. We're going to give them a time clock to punch in. So this will have the time clock in there in the break room where you're supposed to be putting your personal stuff and do it. Out of respect, I see a lot of times I walk by and that door's open as well. I'm asking you guys to put your stuff in that room. I would assume that you would want that door shut, because does it lock or no locks on that door?
It can lock.
I think we need locks on it, because if I was to put my purse in there, I would want it to be locked as well.
Universal key master.
That way, if you put your purse or your personal items in there, you can feel safe to walk away from it and not have wandering people. We have the community coming in, right? It's not COVID days anymore where nobody can come in the building. It was just us. So we do have people coming in the building. Okay? Questions, concerns about this? Okay. And I also sit in my office every day because now I share an office with Sarah, and all I heard all day today was calling people about missing punch sheets and what punches they were missing. She spends a ton of time. Payroll should not be that hard. Please and thank you. Any other questions, concerns? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize
No,
you
you're
had that
good.
up there. That was my bad. All right, everybody have their phone with you. Okay, we're gonna do something fun. When I talked about that I would know who could work well with somebody, I have a little thing I'd like you to do. It's when you're done, I will share my my work phone number with you guys. You can just snap the picture of the page. You can send it to me, and then when everybody's done, I'll play what each of the things mean. Okay? Oops.
Residents are so engaged. The residents are so engaged.
I love it. I love it.
They're very entertained.
Where did it go? I lost it. I saved it all day today, so I wouldn't lose it. Darn it.
Would you like me to forward it to you?
No, I thought I had it on I had it on the Excel or on a worksheet, but I thought I still hadn't brought it up because what it put on the worksheet wasn't what was there. Okay, you guys are gonna go to it's richardstep.com /dope DOPE the little hyphen